from you don't like all this stuff in burritos?
Because I've done it since I was a little girl. These are things I've done.
Things? Yeah, we're just going through all your neuroses.
Okay, we're done. No, okay.
No, I have more.
Okay.
Another one of my absolute favorite things about you, which was great because today I heard it for the first time in like a little bit.
My farts?
No, those I hear constantly. Is you singing around the house?
Oh.
Is just the echo of you
constantly
singing and belting something out? No, not constantly. Like it used to be like more constant, and then it was less. But like this morning, I got up and was with Flynn, and I could just hear you like upstairs belting something. I don't know what it was, but it made me instantly like comfortable. And it felt really good. I love that you do that. I think it's because you have a show coming up, maybe that you're
July 31st. I'm trying to like prep and plan.
That
for
was
that.
not me plugging your
well,
live,
you can go
live
get tickets if you want.
Internet concert. But yeah, feel free. But that would be
well, thanks. I like hearing
another
you
one
sing
of
too.
my favorite things.
There's a lot of things we could do a whole episode on the things we love about each other if you guys want to hear that. But instead, we're going to talk about something even cooler than you and me in our relationship. And that is Aura. I'm so excited. Lovey, this is so exciting.
I'm excited.
Because it helps keep us safe. And it can help keep you guys safe too. The way you use the internet has changed dramatically over the last decade, but security tools have mostly stayed the same. Aura provides digital security protection to keep your online finances, personal information, and tech safe from online threats. It's all-in-one protection from identity theft, financial fraud, malware, scam sites, and so much more. With Aura, you'll get alerted to fraud and threats fast. That's what I like. I hate when you don't even know that it happened. Like when your identity gets stolen and like you find out later after you're like, what are these transactions that have happened that I did not do?
Yeah, if you like check your online bank account and you
frustrating.
See like,
so I love that they do it super fast. Like if your online accounts or passwords were leaked online, or if someone tries to open a bank account in your name, they'll let you know
immediately,
right away. It's awesome.
ASAP.
And it's easy to set up. All plans come with $1 million in identity theft insurance to help recover your stolen funds, and experienced US-based customer support that's got your back. Aura is a new type of security service that protects all of your online information and devices with one simple subscription. With an easy online dashboard and alerts sent straight to your phone, Aura keeps you in control and guides you through solving any issues. It's super helpful, especially with how scary the internet is these days. Like this is just a great tool to have.
Yeah, I've had like in the past, like way past, I've had my identity stolen a couple times.
Yeah,
and nowadays it's like everything is like Apple Pay, Shop Pay. You know what I mean? You're just like,
it's kind of scary.
Pay with your face, pay with your thumb.
There are times where like I just pick up my phone, just like turn it on, and it's like there's a picture of my credit card on my phone, and it's like pay now, and I'm like, paying for what? What am I paying for? What's happening?
What if we been hacked?
I know, it's scary. So this will just give you that extra level of like protection and comfort in this scary world that we're now living in with the internet. So for a limited time, Aura is offering our listeners up to 40% off plans when you visit aura.com/relax. Go to aura.com/relax to get complete protection and savings of up to 40%. That's aura.com/relax. Go check it out. All right. So
what else you got?
We got some more relationship questions and then some fun ones. I don't know if these relationship ones are fun.
More relationship ones? Oh.
Well, this was an interesting question, I thought. Bella said, how did both of your views on starting a family change when you found love? I know for me, I always wanted to be a mom since I was a little girl. I always envisioned myself being a single mom to two little girls. That was always like my dream as a young kid. I didn't want anything to do with a man.
Wow. Okay. Wow.
But then I knew I always wanted kids. I always wanted to have a family, but it wasn't till you and I fell in love that I was like, oh, I need to have children with this person immediately. Like I have to. Like it was like so exciting and important to me to do that with you.
Yeah, I would concur. You know, it's funny. I just thought about, I wonder if we can get a picture of it, but like next to we were just in Santa Barbara, next to your childhood bedroom, next to your bed is this like, you know how you would make the ceramics, like in, what grade was that?
Probably fifth.
I was gonna say like
grade.
You know, first grade. It looks like you made that, but you're like, I made that as a senior in high school.
Grade for sure.
And it's like a mother holding a baby, and like it just and then the other night you were like teaching me how to French braid because you were like, you were not feeling well, and you were like, can you play with my hair? And then I was
trying to teach him how to French braid because I taught myself how to French braid when I was a little girl on my dolls. For the reason that I knew when I got older, I wanted to braid my daughter's hair. Like I did it because one, I wanted my hair to look cute, but also like I was so excited to do that to my daughters someday, if I ever were lucky enough to have daughters.
Right.
And so that was something I always wanted, but never had that like, oh my God, I have to have children with this person. I've never had that before until I met you. And I remember when we met, like on set season 1, you know, we weren't really close season 1 at all, but I was so busy and whatever. But like we had a few conversations, and I remember one of the conversations, like casually with the cast, you saying like, oh yeah, I never want to get married, I never want to have kids. Like it was like very like,
yeah, I think
it's not for me.
I think it's one of those things where unless like you like meet that person, like you're not going to know that that's possible in your lifetime. Like until you like meet the person that like that's supposed to happen with both those things, it doesn't seem possible because it hasn't happened before. And like, and this stuff hasn't like worked before to, you know, it just hadn't even occurred to me that it was possible to meet someone that you would want to marry, or that it was possible for that. Yeah, it's I
remember starting to like have feelings for you and being like, well, I remember him saying once a long time ago that he never wanted to be married and have kids. So I guess that's something I have to accept if like I like this person, and like I guess okay. Like, and I was like so willing to let go of like being a mom if that meant I could be with you.
Nice.
And then shortly after I remember having those thoughts, you said to me like, I want to marry you and have kids. And I was like, what? So
I just blurted that out.
Yeah,
out of nowhere.
you did. Yeah, you like. I mean, we were probably having like some sweet conversation, and I don't know, but like I
just said that to you.
Yeah, I think so. I think we went from like we were like friendly and then cuddling, and then we're like,
you didn't say it to me first.
I think we're in love. Like, I think I'm pretty sure I never said it because you had already said casually in conversation that was not something you wanted.
I told you I love you first because I was like,
yes,
but like in like I'm thinking something right now. Can you guess what I'm thinking? Kind of a way.
Yeah, you did say that first. But you definitely said like, yeah, I want to marry you and have kids with you, and it blew my mind because I was like, you said you didn't want that, and you're like, I do with you. And I was like, oh, then I don't have to like give that up.
Life's funny that way.
Isn't that funny?
I guess. Yeah. No,
so
until
funny.
you meet, until like, I don't know. It just.
Yeah.
But you're never ready for it.
No, it's just, we're not ready for it now. We already have a kid.
Even when you want it, like you don't think it's going to happen.
We have a kid. We have 2 more coming, and we're married, and I'm not ready for it.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Yeah.
All right. This one I thought was interesting. Okay. Then we're moving into the fun stuff. Wyndham Rice said, talk about ADHD in marriage.
That's a good name. Wyndham Rice.
I like it. They said, talk about ADHD in marriage and your best tips for navigating that. I'm in a neurodiverse marriage and am the Erik, and my husband is the Colleen. Oh. So I have ADHD, and
I got
a lot of other things, probably. Who knows?
And I'm stressed.
I think that, you know, he's really great at listening to me talk about ADHD and how it affects me. And I think, though, that just like loving each other and accepting each other is like, it helps you to not get so upset with my ADHD-ness.
Yeah.
Because like it affects
not
a lot
in
a relationship.
Not taking it personally.
Yes.
I think is like the biggest thing I can say about it is to like do like, even though that's really hard sometimes, is to try your best not to take it personally. And it's a journey.
What he means by that is, well, in case anyone doesn't know, I'll say this quickly. ADHD, I think oftentimes is thought of just like, oh, you have a hard time focusing and you're like hyper. But like there's a lot of issues with it that like strongly affect a relationship, like being easily distracted. I have a really hard time focusing on conversations. So there's a lot of times where Erik is talking to me and I can't hear him. Like I'm looking him in the face and going, you're not paying attention. What is he saying? I don't know what he's saying, because I'm like thinking of 1,000 different things. It's really frustrating for me because I want to hear what he's saying. And it's really frustrating for him to feel like he's not being listened to. And that is something that's equally frustrating for both of us. I'm not doing it on purpose, but like I've gotten better at being like, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what you just said. Say that again. And he doesn't get like upset. He's just like, oh, and then says it again, you know? So that's hard and frustrating. And then also another big element of it is like hyper focusing on things and fixing it. So like I'll go to my office to work on something and be like, I'll be done in 20 minutes. And I'll think it's 20 minutes.
And I just accept that like in my mind
gone for hours.
that like she's gone for hours. Like when she says, hey, we're going somewhere and we're leaving at 10 a.m., I just know that we're leaving at noon.
Yeah.
And I just accept that.
Well, because I'm genuine when I say
that
those
way
things.
I'm not like, hey, you said we're leaving at 10. Like I just am now like, oh, well, I don't have to be ready for hours. Like I just accept that.
There's also the element of like, if you were to have that attitude about it, the shame and guilt and like self-hatred that comes with my ADHD. I mean, everyone, it's different in everyone. But for me, like to then be told I did something wrong for something I can't control, like I feel like I have no control over it, makes me feel upset. And so the fact that he's just very, I don't know, I feel like you're really good with that. But I mean, there's so many things. My disorganization, I'm a freaking mess. I'm forgetful.
I've learned to enjoy cleaning.
You know, that is not true. But there's one thing.
I did. There are little things you can do. Like, so yes, you are
a mess.
Messy. And are you saying that's a symptom of?
It is big time.
Of course. And you have Persian cats.
Yeah.
And so
that's not a symptom of ADHD. That's
not?
Just a
Are
fact.
You sure? And so what do? I bought a Roomba.
Yeah.
A Roomba is a
little robot.
A robot vacuum.
Right.
That's my ally against you and your cats.
And my ADHD. But
it doesn't pick up Taco Bell wrappers or half drunk Coca-Cola cans.
Oh, you know, that's another unique quality I love about you.
What?
He does something every night at dinner. After dinner, we eat dinner together, and every night, no matter what, when, where we are, unless it's a restaurant, of course, which we're never at, you always take my plate. And I always think of it as like it's the sweetest
at the end of a meal?
At the end of the
to
meal.
The dishwasher?
Yeah. To me, I know in my head, I take it as like he loves me, and he like that is so sweet that he does that. And I know in your head, you're like, she's going to forget to do this and I'm going to have to clean it up tomorrow. So I'm going to do it now.
Like,
but in my head, I'm like, oh, he loves it. It means so much to me.
I know that you won't, but like, I also
I
like,
love that about you. Though.
Yeah. But
so
that would
sweet.
be my second thing other than like, don't take it personally is to like, it's fun to, if this is your partner, help them and to like be proactive in ways that are helpful like that. Or I have this habit now of when I go grocery shopping, when I get back, all the fruits and vegetables, I take all the stickers off of and put them in the trash before I put them in the fruit bowl.
It's the sweetest thing I've ever heard in my life.
But it pleases me that is helpful.
I have like a weird phobia of stickers. I think this episode just making me sound really weird. I've got
but
issues.
It pleases me to be helpful. So like, if you can get into that mode.
Yeah. I do feel like there's...
And then good luck for the rest of it.
There's a big ADHD, interrupting a lot. I interrupt a lot. Like I'm sure I have 1,000 times. And that's a comment we get. So that's a comment we get a lot. It's like, Colleen, let him talk. And I'm like, I have cried over those comments because it's like something that like is so frustrating that I hate that I do it. And I try so hard not to do it. But it's, and you've experienced this so many times. If I don't say the thought the second I have it, it is gone. Well, especially forever.
Yeah. This is like a free flowing conversational medium. Like, how do we wrangle that in this?
But like, I'm not kidding. If I don't say something the second I think of it, I will never say it. And so there's a panic in me when I have a thought of like, I have to say it right now. I have to say it right now. Don't say it. Listen, finish, let him finish. And when he finishes, I'm like, I don't remember what I was going to say. And I didn't hear what he said because I was so focused on not interrupting him. So I didn't hear what he said. And I now have forgotten what I'm going to say. It's so frustrating. And I will say that like medication helped me a lot. Medication and therapy helped me a lot. I'm not on medication right now because I'm pregnant. And it has been so hard. It is so awful.
There's sparks shooting out of your mouth right now.
Oh, it's
How is
so
there sparks and smoke shooting out of your mouth?
So hard.
But I will say it doesn't bother me.
I know.
It doesn't bother me. So I'm sorry if it bothers anyone listening and they're like, let him talk. Well, it's not bothering me. So I don't know if you think you're on my side or helping me. That's not true. Like
he's a great partner for me.
I love listening to you talk. You have good thoughts. You got a good brain.
You know, that's so funny. That was always like the first compliment I think you ever gave me was like, you got a good brain. And I've never heard, no one has ever said that to me before. And I've always thought there's something wrong with my brain. And that's your favorite thing about me. Mm-hmm. So you've said. But there is one huge ADHD trait that we share. And I love it. You don't have, I mean, maybe you have ADHD. Who knows? It seems like everyone does these days.
Yeah,
but
something.
But impulsivity, like being impulsive, like impulsively buying stuff, doing things like spontaneously. And I feel like we're both
does
like
the pandemic impulse count.
You were doing that before the pandemic.
Not to the